want to change the charging handle latch, and a friend of mine gave me this I think they call it a Badger latch, the style of it. I really like these, but it's a little tricky putting in, because the problem is when you're putting one of these in, when you're putting the roll pin in, the problem is it's getting crushed. It's under a lot of spring pressure at the same time. So when you take out the pin, there's pressure on it as you're punching it out. So if you have a couple extra pins, that's the way to do it. But it's a kind of a pain in the ass. It's not hard to get it out, but getting it in is hard, because you got to hold everything in spring tension, and you got that tiny little hole, and at the same time you have to get it in there and then tap it in, and it's, you might destroy the pin. So I'm going to give it a shot and see what I can do. All right, but this is the Badger latch that a buddy gave me these a while ago, and I like these. My friend has it on his AR. Actually, he has a double one. He has one. It's like one up here and one down here, and when you put your finger on it and you want to charge the handle quick, it doesn't like that BCM handle. It's really aggressive. It's if you pull that hard, man, that shit'll tear your skin. It's got shark teeth. I like these better. So my friend had it on his. When I pulled his charge, I said, man, that's so nice and comfortable and smooth. I said, believe it or not, I got one of these. Someone sent me one of these. I'm going to try to install it. So it looks like all I got to do is punch the pin out from this side, because this side it's flush, and this side it goes in a little. So I'm just going to push it out this way. Hopefully it'll come out. I need to get some elevation and security. So what I'm going to do is get a roll of electrical tape like this and put it on top of here. There we go. This way I won't lose it. And I'm going to get this punch, which is a 1/16. Now you don't want to get a punch that's too small, because if you do that, you don't want to go in. It's a roll pin. The last thing you want to do is go inside the roll pin and spread it. You're screwed. This is actually a little too small, and this one's too big. So I don't know if I even have the right friggin' punch for it. Okay, it looks like it's going in. So what I'll do is I have one here without one in it. See if it goes in that hole. Nah, it's too tight. See, this is the shit you got to deal with, man. That's why it's good to have a lot of different kinds of punches and stuff, because the metric world sucks. Okay, let me see what this one is. Man, that's too tight. Well, we're going to have to use the one that's a little small. I just hope I don't spread out that freaking pin. That would suck. Let's give it a shot. Put a little oil on it. Maybe that'll help it get it out a little easier, just to drop. And it really doesn't matter what kind of hammer you use. I'll just use a mallet. And now, like I'm saying, if you see this switch here, there's a spring in this channel, and it's pushing on that pin hard. It's like the pin's in there like this, and at the same time there's pressure on it, so you're knocking it out as it's being pushed. Worst thing that can that can be like that, So let's see what we can do and see if we can get it out. If not, it's not a big deal. I'm just ordering another one. Yeah, it's coming out pretty easy. I can feel it moving. Everything's going to shoot out. Okay, now it's out, and my thing's holding it together, and it's a little pin, and it's a roll pin. I wish it was a solid pin, because then you don't have to worry about crushing it so easy, I'll show you me taking it out. Kind of just push this in, take this out, my punch. Okay, now this is going to come out. Now if there's a spring in there, see it? I'll just leave that spring in there. And make sure I get this right. This goes this way. Okay? Now what I have to try to do is hold this in here. I gotta line the holes up, and at the same time, this is the hard part. Okay, I'm using that little trick with the the stripping the wire insulation to hold the roll pin. Damn. What I did was I put a punch in. See it down here, under here, and holding it all together. And I'm going to drive that pin in at the same time, you understand, so the punch holds it together as the pin's going in, so it holds it all together for me. I don't know if you understand what I mean, but if you look down bottom, see that punch? I got it up in there, but down a little, just enough that I can get the pin in there, and hopefully the pin will push the punch out and replace the punch and hold everything together. So hold on to your boobs. Using this nice little hammer someone sent me, because I don't want to overhit and make a big mess out of things. So here goes nothing. Let's see here. And bent my punch just a little. If you have brass punches, they will bend. Just bend them back. They're like licorice. Okay, now I don't want that to spread anymore, so I'm going to make sure, because this punch, which is a roll pin punch, see, there's two kinds of roll pin punches. There's the kind that has a ball on the end that goes inside the roll pin, and there's the kind that goes around the outside of the roll pin too. So what we need is the kind that goes on the outside of the roll pin right now, but I'm going to use an oversized one to take this the rest of the way flat. Hopefully it won't spread it too much. You don't need a lot of force. I'm using this little tiny little hammer, and just, it should go right in there. Let me tighten this bad boy up. Perfect. Now what's good about this roll pin with the ball on there, it allows me to countersink the pin. So you don't feel it. You understand? It's puddled in there like a puddle. That's what's great about that. Make sure it's in there real good. Now I'll use the correct size one. Just give it a little tap. That's it. I don't want to go in too far. Alright, let's put it in the AR. Okay, I just saved myself $40, because if I were to buy this, Jesus, if I were to buy this, not installed like the whole unit for this and the charging handle together, it would have been about $38 with that type of charging handle on there. I like it. It's awesome. It feels comfortable. I like that it's different than my other AR. Everything I put on here, I'm going to try to make it completely different than my other AR, and works really nice. It's very comfortable. There's no teeth on it, so it don't tear up your skin on your finger. It's very secure in place, and I usually don't like doing this on an empty chamber, but just to make sure everything's working correctly. Sounds good. Nice. This thing has an awesome trigger, man. I can't believe it. It's only got an AR with a good trigger I don't have to replace. But there it is. It's called the Badger Latch. That's what that's called. And just makes this AR just a little bit different than the other one. You know what I mean? Okay. Right now, we're waiting on the parts from JabTac. 90% of the parts that are coming in for this AR is going to be from JabTac. I just ordered a CTR stock because the MOE, I just can't deal with this MOE stock. So I am going to probably sell this to my friend. And hope you liked the video. Hope it helped you with this. That's all I can come up with how to put that in easy. I didn't YouTube anything, so there might be a video out there showing you a real easy way to do it. I don't know any easier way to do it. I tried like maybe putting this in first and then squishing the spring and putting the spring in afterwards. You cannot do that because there's a channel in there, and the spring fits in there perfect. So there's no way to get it in there like that. As far as I'm concerned, you have to put the spring in first and, you know, hold it all closed and hold it and put it in there, but that's the best way I can come up with to put it in without damaging the pin. I hope the video helped you. I love installation videos. They're my favorite. And it's just the beginning with this bad boy. Talk to you guys soon.